How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this free training on exactly how to grow your agency to over $100,000 a month. Just for context, I grew my own agency to $650,000 a month. I'm going to show you guys proof of all of this. And unlike other people within the space, I am not a full-time content creator. I've run my agency full-time, and I'm doing this part-time because I get asked all the time on how I got to the level I'm at, and I'm here to show you exactly how to get to over $100,000 a month, because honestly, it's much easier than you think, and if you're not there yet, you're probably doing the wrong things. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did, and if I had to start again from scratch, exactly what I would do in order to get there within probably 90 to 180 days. So without further ado, let's just hop into it. All right, so first things first, before we dive into it, this is one of my two agencies that I run. So this is not my only agency. So, and this agency is actually just about a year old, right? So you can see these are daily deposits. Today is April 2nd. So this one technically will be paid out into my account tomorrow. And then you can see daily deposits every single day except Saturday and Sunday. And then obviously you can see there's obviously many various numbers. I've gone, I would say, greater than, let's say, 40,000. I've had a few of these transactions, 60,000, 72,000, whatever it may be. So like there is obviously a lot of money to be made using the strategy that I'm about to show you. So genuinely, if you want to get to over $100,000 a month, and I'm not showing this to gloat, I'm showing this to show you that 4 years ago, I was dead broke, and now I can do this simply by following what I'm about to show you. So don't overcomplicate it. Don't try to watch 1,000 YouTube videos. Just apply this principle. Just do what I'm about to show you for the next 90 days to 6 months, and you're pretty much going to be there. You're pretty much going to have every single tool necessary in order for you to hit that number. So let's just dive into exactly what it is that you need to do. So first things first, what I would want to say is you need to master paid ads, right? If you're trying to get to $100,000 a month doing content, doing social media management, doing SEO, XYZ, all of these things are cool. They're good. It's auxiliary services is what I like to call them. But paid ads is what's going to get you paid, because paid ads is very sticky, okay? So paid ads, this is going to be the free course, not only on how to run the ads, but also on how to get the clients that will pay you to do the ads for them, okay? So the objective here today is to be proficient in the art of paid ads, because it is an art at the end of the day, because it's not simply just clicking buttons. It's not simply just doing what someone else does. You need to really learn these things and understand what they are, so that when you're making your own strategy, you're able to obviously get things to convert, right? So we want to go from traffic to eyeballs to some interest to then conversion, and then the transformation of the person who took that conversion, okay? So practice makes perfect. This is not going to be like a one-stop shop. Again, I'm going to give you all the tools today, but what you need to do is you need to apply them over a long period of time to actually see the results, okay? I personally scaled my own business to 7 figures, and then I tried to do it again, and I did it in the first, like literally in the first 30 days of my second agency launching, we did 200,000. So like this strategy, it simply works, okay? 70% of the results, by the way, are not going to come from your ads. They're going to come from you coaching your clients on how to be better business owners, okay? So if the ads are not performing, know that it's 100% either an offer problem or a sales problem, and it is 100% your problem, so you better fix it, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that within this sheet, okay? So step 0 is first learning paid ads, okay? Why do you want to master it? Because it's sticky, that's number 1, and it can actually generate results. You can simply get someone from a stranger to making money or generating leads within the first week, okay? So that's exactly why we want to pick paid ads and not any of the other services. So the first thing you want to do is you want to learn the language. Campaign, what does a campaign mean, okay? Campaign means what is your goal? What are you trying to do, okay? Ad set is what is your target audience, is who is going to see your ad, okay? So campaign is what, ad set is who, and ad is what are they going to see, okay? CBO stands for campaign budget optimization. This is simply you telling Meta, hey, you decide what ad sets or what target audiences you want to put the budget in. And listen, I know this might sound boring now. I want you guys to stick through step 0, because the rest of this, even if you know all the stuff here in step 0, I can guarantee you, you don't know everything I'm about to share with you. and you're going to be missing out on a lot of money. You're going to be leaving so much money on the table if you simply quit watching right now. Okay. The next part is ABO. It's ad set budget optimization. This is when you are deciding what ad sets are going to get what budget rather than Facebook deciding what ad sets are going to get what budget. Okay. The next part is CTR, which is click through rate. What percent of people seeing the ad are actually clicking on it? CPM, which is cost per mil, which is what is it costing you to show your ad 1,000 times? Okay. CPC is cost per click. What does it cost you to get a click? And then clicks versus link clicks. If you think of an ad, right? If you think of a sponsored post, you have the option of either clicking on someone's profile photo and seeing what they are doing, like with their content, or you have the option of clicking on the button and actually going to the next page where they are trying to send you. So the link click is actually clicking on the link. A click is either a link click or a click to the profile or any type of click. If it was a like or anything, that also counts as a click, okay? Frequency is on average how many people, how many times an individual saw your ad. So let's say theoretically you have a reach of 2 and impressions are 4, okay? So that means impressions is how many times your ad is seen, okay? So it was seen 4 times by 2 people. So on average, each one of those people saw it twice, okay? That is what the frequency means. The reason you need to know the language, okay, it's simply so that you can utilize it as ammunition when closing a deal, okay? Even if you're simply selling, if you're a high ticket closer and you're watching this and you're closing for an agency, remember that at the end of the day, knowing this material doesn't necessarily mean you need to know how to run the ads, but it will make you sound like an expert in front of someone who doesn't know what this is, okay? Because my entire sales framework is based on you being the expert, you being the doctor that someone comes to diagnose and solve their problem, okay? The next thing you want to do is you want to learn how to set up the ads, okay? So we're going to start with the campaign. We're going to start from the top. And this is what it's going to look like on Facebook, okay? So what do you select here? So I would say that awareness, anybody that is running awareness doesn't know what they're doing. So I would say don't even use that at all, okay? Same concept applies with traffic. I think that traffic gets you a ton of clicks, but very few leads. You can get leads through traffic. It's not impossible. It's just you're overpaying for clicks that you don't need to get. Like you don't need 1,000 clicks if you're going to get one lead out of 1,000 clicks, okay? Engagement is good. Leads is good. App promotion is likely not going to be useful for you. If you guys are watching this video and you still are not at 100K, you're likely not working with any clients that are in the tech space that need app promotion. And then sales, okay? So now what I would say is either focus on engagement and leads or focus on sales. Because at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to master one thing, which is either lead gen or e-commerce, okay? Don't master both because again, like it's going to make things very confusing and you simply want to focus on one giant industry, right? With whether it's lead gen or it's e-commerce, and then from there you're able to hit up multiple different businesses within that like realm, okay? And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to hit them up and exactly how to get them to pay you fat checks like you saw in my account, okay? So the next thing you want to do is after you select the option, let's say theoretically we selected leads, okay? It's going to ask you tailored or manual. I will personally say do manual because at the end of the day, the tailored leads campaign, even though Facebook is eventually going to transition into that, right now, manual lead campaign is much better for conversions, okay? And now, if you selected leads, which is what I specialize in, you are going to be given these options, okay? So it's going to ask you, what are you going to want to convert at, okay? Where are you going to convert? What is the location of the conversion? Whether it's website, instant form, or messenger, these are good. Instant form and messenger, just skip that one. I don't know why they created a hybrid version. It's like it's confusing, and you just want to focus on the one that is generating you the most revenue. And then Instagram is good as well. It's kind of like the equivalent of messenger just on Instagram. And then calls and app, very, very bad, right? Like I've never seen these perform really well for any of the hundreds of clients that I've worked with, okay? And then the next thing that an ad set is going to allow you to do is select your budget. Now, if you guys realize, ad sets are a lot more intricate than campaigns. Campaigns, like you select one thing, you select the second thing, and that's pretty much it. You don't really need to do more than that at the beginning. You can select a campaign budget optimization and toggle it on, okay? Or advantage campaign budget or whatever they're changing its name to. But regardless, I would say at the beginning, don't do that. Do ad set budget optimization. You want to select your budget here on the ad set level. After that, you're going to be allowed to choose your location, and you're going to be allowed to choose Advantage Plus audience. Now, what I will say is you want to click on switch to original audience options, because I found that if you use the original audience, you tend to get better results. Okay. Once you click this, it's going to allow you to adjust these 4 things. Okay. It's age, gender, detailed targeting, and languages. Okay. What I would say is for age, just do a minimum. Okay. If you are in the home industry space or whatever, 18-year-olds are unlikely to have a home. So do this as like 30 to 35 minimum. Gender, I usually keep for both. I'm never really like segregating one or the other, because it tends to increase your cost per lead. And honestly, like, it's fine if you get both genders. Most things can be sold to both genders. If it's specific to one gender, a significant other can buy it for their girlfriend or boyfriend or fiance or wife or husband or whatever it may be. So select both regardless. Now, the most important one is the detailed targeting. Okay. The reason you want to do this one for sure is because this one's going to allow you to target interests, right? You can look up things like interested in basketball, interested in soccer, interested in music, interested in home renovation, interested in pets, interested in cats, interested in dogs. Okay. And that is what's going to allow you to focus heavily on the targeting. Now, again, there is many strategies on how to dive a lot deeper into this, but I'm not going to include it in this, because the whole point of this is not to teach you how to become this paid ads expert. It's to teach you how to make $100,000 a month. And if at least you know the basics, you can get to $100,000 a month. After that, when it comes to languages, you can select either English all or English US, English UK, or you can just keep it blank. I usually keep it blank. Now, for placements, both options are actually really good. Advantage Plus placements does really well, but manual placements is just as good if you know exactly where your buyers are. If you know that your buyers are specifically on Instagram, and this is not through opinion, this is through fact. Like if you ran ads and you see that everybody's buying from Instagram, then you select manual placements, deselect everything else, and select Instagram. Now, this is going to allow you to select feeds or stories or whatever it may be, and like segregate it as its own specific ad. But honestly, what I would say is run Advantage Plus placements, which is recommended. Do your thing right off the start and let Facebook help you generate results. Now we're almost done, guys. We're almost done when it comes to the setup. Okay. When it comes to ads, you need to know the ad setup. You have 3 options. Okay. You have single image, single video, or carousel. Okay. I usually run a single video or single image. I don't really like carousels. We run them sometimes, but I find that the results are much better with single image or video. Okay. And then when it comes to multi advertisers ads, you can keep that one checked on or checked off. You can test that. However, I keep it checked on. Now, the important thing is to know the ad creative. Okay. So here you're going to have 5 options. Okay. It's going to be the media, which is the image or video, the primary text, which is the text that is either above the photo on Facebook or under the photo on Instagram, the headline, which only shows up on Facebook, it's the text under the image, the description, which I personally either leave blank or I just put something in all caps that is like very unique. So, like, for example, if you're doing shopping, I will do free shipping. If you're doing lead gen, you can say something along the lines of limited time offer. And then you also get to pick your button, which is sign up, or what I like to select, which is learn more. Okay. For primary text, I'm just going to give you guys the framework to follow. Okay. It's going to be hook, body, call to action. Don't complicate it. If you're going to have someone like click the see more button, make it at least worth their while, but don't make it too long. Okay. Or you can do a super short copy, which is either a 1 sentence with a call to action or hook with a call to action. That works too. For the headline, a mistake I see a lot of people do is they make it extremely long. What I would suggest is just keep it as like 4 or 5 words that is a call to action style, okay? Which is book your appointment today or book today or something like that, okay? So don't complicate it. Now, the important thing, the biggest mistake beginners make is that they will lean towards everything Meta recommends, okay? So like, for example, Meta recommends multi-advertiser ads, they instantly click it, right? Like I would say this one is okay to click, but not every single thing Meta recommends should be clicked. And then the next thing is that they use ChatGPT for copy. So they use ChatGPT to come up with the primary text. You will sound super robotic, okay? Do not follow Meta word for word. Be a marketer. Okay. Remember that at the end of the day, what we are selling is a marketing service. Okay. So if it's like, if it appears like you sound like ChatGPT, you're not going to come off as sincere, and people are not going to want to work with you. People are not going to want to click on your ad, and your results are going to suck. Okay. Let's talk about the money making moves now. Okay. Let's dive into stage one. This is where stuff starts to get nitty gritty. Here's where I really need all your attention, and I really want you to take notes on this, because this is going to change the way you view your business and your agency, and it's going to make you a ton of money. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to work with many niches. I know a lot of people recommend against this. This is how I got to $600,000 a month. Okay. I'm not following anybody else's YouTube regurgitated content. I'm telling you what worked for me. Okay. So start by working with many people. You don't know what niche is a good fit for your skill sets if you don't try. Most people will say, oh, well, I'm in the medical field. I'm a nurse. Let me make an agency that only helps people in the medical field. Like, let's say I'm going to target med spas or weight loss clinics or dentists. Like, no, don't simply do something because of an industry that you were in the past. Now, you can if you want to, but I recommend working with everybody because you don't know who is going to be better fit for you. I'll give you guys an example. One of the clients or one of the niches that we do really well in is the dog service industry. Okay. I never thought to hit these people up. Okay. I never thought that I'm going to make a niche business that is helping people in the dog industry. Okay. However, people in the dog industry result in about 15% of our revenue. 15% of 650,000 is a lot of money. Okay. So like, think about it like this. Like, you need to work with as many niches as possible. And then eventually it's going to result in you knowing who you actually enjoy working with. Okay. And then, this is a tip for you guys as well. So you can scale your first agency to 100K, but it's not likely to be the case. Okay. Unless you actually like develop heavily as a business owner. I'll give you guys an example. My first agency, I was only able to scale up to 2K a month. Okay. I only had one client. I couldn't get more than one client, but I learned my lesson there. My second agency, I scaled up to 60,000, plateaued, figured out how to get to 100,000, plateaued again, and then I cracked 600,000 6 months later. Okay. So like, think about that as like, it's kind of like a hockey stick growth. So in order to become someone that makes 100,000 a month, you need to become an individual that deserves to make $100,000 a month. Okay. You need to change the way you speak. You need to change the way you act. You need to change the way you sell. You need to change the way you think. Okay. So part one is you want to outreach to local business. The reason I made this capital is because most people are hitting up businesses on Instagram when you have 300 followers and 2 posts on your IG and 2 likes. Okay. Don't hit up people on Instagram unless you have credibility on Instagram. Okay. People will judge you in 0.2 seconds. But if you reach out to a local business, they don't know who you are. They don't know how much money you have. They don't know what you look like. They don't know anything about you other than what you sound like. Okay. So if you sound confident, if you have like confidence behind what you're saying, if you have a good language, if you're able to convey energy, good, positive energy, people are going to want to work with you. Okay. And it's very simple. This is the framework you want to follow. Okay. So it's going to be, hi name, how's your day going? Did I catch you at a bad time? Okay. So it's like, hi Christian, how's your day going? Did I catch you at a bad time? Now, people here, if you're calling the local business, they might be confused and think that you want to work with them. You want their service. And keep in mind, this is a volume game. Okay. So you want to make this work, make 10,000 dials. I know it sounds like a lot, but you're going to make a lot of money. Okay. So think about it like this. It is going to be very difficult at the start, but the learning curve is extremely quick because you're going to like realize that if you just say the words that I have typed here in this document, okay, it's like we have a couple more pages to go through, you will literally make a lot of money. Even though you will get more no's than yeses, the yeses that come through are going to change your life. Okay. The next part is you want to set intention and establish authority. Okay. The reason I say this is because, like I said, they're confused. They think you want to buy from them, but you are trying to sell them. So what you want to do is you want to say something along the lines of, I'm reaching out to see what you guys are doing for lead generation in your business. Super simple, right? And now you can shut up. You can shut up and listen to what they will say. And if you want to expand on this, if you want to say something a little bit better, you can say, I'm currently helping people in the dental industry. I saw some things on your marketing that looked like you guys were leaving some money on the table. I just wanted to see if you guys would be opposed to finding a good time to connect so I can show you what we are doing that can help you get better quality leads. Now it's longer, this one's shorter. Find what's a better fit for how much confidence you have. Obviously, the faster you can deliver a bigger and better message, the more money you'll make. However, if you're still shy on the phone, the first one is still very good that even I use to this day. Okay. Eliminating the I got it handled objection. The biggest thing people are going to tell you here is, oh, I got it handled. I don't need your help. Okay. Now, you totally understand that they got it handled, but clearly, if they got it handled, then they would never need any more help growing their business. They would be the biggest business in that industry on the planet. Okay. Now, what I would say for something like this is, now I totally understand that you're amazing at what you do, and I'm sure you get tons of referrals, but the truth is your current marketing strategy is costing you more than it should. So even if I was able to keep the same lead flow but lower your expenses, would money staying in your account at the end of the month not be worth 20 to 30 minutes of your time? Right? So now you were initially selling, I can help you with your marketing. They're like, my marketing is great. Now you're tackling a different version of that question, which is your marketing is costing you more money than it should. So now, as a business owner, think about it. Would you give someone 20 minutes to maybe save $500 per month for an entire year? That's $6,000. Now, that 20 minutes is worth a lot more money, right? So positioning it like that is going to result in you understanding why someone would want to even sit with you in the first place. Okay. Simply reaching out to people just so that they can hang out with you, so that they can talk with you, is not going to work. You need to understand why and what value you are providing them in exchange for them giving you their time. Okay. Their time currently is more valuable than yours. And you knowing that needs to give you the fire that allows you to become a better marketer so that you can actually get these people to generate results and actually know that your time is worth a lot of money. Okay. The next part is eliminating the I need to speak with my partner objection. Okay. Now, keep in mind, all we're doing here is we're setting an appointment, but you're trying to set the right appointment. Okay. And I have a pro tip on how to get them to show up at the end here. So, is there anybody else, like a business partner or significant other, that helps you make business decisions, or is it just you? And here, um, the reason you want to position it like that is you want to say, just want to make sure we invite all the parties to our meeting. You know what I mean? And you say it here in a more like nonchalant tonality, because it's going to make it seem that much more confident that you're just basically trying to get everybody to stay informed, right? And when they say it's just me, and if they don't have a partner, okay, that person, like the partner, needs to be in the call if they have one. Okay. um, you won't be able to close at the end if they have a partner and the partner is not on the call. Okay. So if you're setting the appointment, don't just set the appointment to set the appointment, set the right appointment. Okay. If someone is going to give you the time out of their day, their partner can be there too. Okay. And if they say, yes, I have a partner, but they're not around, then ask, when will they be around? Okay. Like, when can we set a time to talk, all of us? Okay. Um, if their partner is not around, again, you have to either reschedule or figure out when the partner is available so that you can schedule at that time. Okay. The second part of this is get them to commit to a time. The saying I like to tell my team is, don't chew the gum too long, right? You ever chew the gum too long and then it loses its flavor? Right now, you've been on the call with these people for at least 45 seconds, okay? Maybe a minute. They're already bored of you, okay? They don't know who you are. They picked up the phone because they thought they were going to get paid. Now they're getting pitched something. Like, keep it quick, because your gum is going to lose its flavor very quickly, okay? Pro tip for this: always give a specific day and time. Okay. This will result in either a yes or no instead of second guessing and people saying, like, oh, I need to check my schedule. Okay. And it also shows that you're busy. Okay. Which is likely to increase your show rate, because now they're like, oh, this person obviously knows what they're talking about. I will listen to this individual, or I will at least show up to listen to this individual. Okay. And then, or if you don't want to just give them one time, you can give them two times, but make them definite. Okay. So saying something along the lines of, does 3 p.m. or 5 p.m. on this Wednesday work? Okay. Again, the reason for this is because they are going to, like, here it's all about control. It's all about power. Okay. If you identify a specific day and time, okay, you can either say, does 3 p.m. this Wednesday work for you? Or does 3 or 5 p.m. this Wednesday work for you? Now, a problem that I see a lot of people do here is they give the business owner the ball, right? So you tell them, when are you available? When are you free? It's like, dude, why on earth would you do that when you can simply position it this way and guarantee it's either a yes or a no, or a 3 p.m. or a 5 p.m.? Okay. If they give you a time suggestion, like they say, I can do Wednesday morning, what you're going to do is you're going to say something like, let me see. It seems that I'm fully booked that morning. Could you do Thursday at 10 a.m. instead? And you guys see my tonality, because I'm making them feel like I'm actually checking my calendar and I'm actually busy at that time. Okay. So, part two, you want to reiterate. Okay. So if they say, okay, 3 p.m. Wednesday work, what you want to do is you want to schedule it into your calendar. Okay. And you're going to repeat it for them. So you're going to say, all right, perfect. I got you locked in for Wednesday at 3 p.m. Let me just get your email so I can make sure to send you all the details to our meeting. Okay. And then this is a golden nugget, by the way. This is gold. Okay. This will increase your show rate by 20 to 30%. Most people are too lazy to do this. They spend all day, the day they get their first or second or third appointment, waiting for that appointment. It's like the appointment's at 3 p.m. You're waiting all day and doing nothing but waiting. And then at 3 p.m., the prospect doesn't show up. Okay. You just wasted an entire day. Okay. So in the morning, what you want to do is you want to call and text them to confirm the appointment and increase your show rate. It's simply that basic. Okay. You don't need to think about it. You simply call them. Hey, Christian, I know we have a call today at 3 p.m. Just wanted to confirm you have the link to be able to join. Yes, I have the link. I'll be there. All right, cool. See you then. Boom, done. That's all it is. It's a one sentence phone call. Okay. Stage three. This is by far my favorite part of this whole process. Okay. This is the part that if you do right, okay, you're pretty much guaranteed to get paid. Okay. You're pretty much guaranteed to increase your chances to the highest level possible to close that deal. Okay. So you want to set the doctor framework, diagnose and solve the problem. Okay. What you want to do is you want to build a massive pain, dig into the pain, get them to realize that they need to get out of that pain, and you are going to be the way they get out of that pain. Okay. Pro tip, don't follow a script, follow a framework that results in closed deals. So this right here is our framework. Okay. First thing you want to do is you want to take no more than 3 minutes to introduce yourself. Okay. The first question I always ask is, what motivated you to take the time out of your day to meet today? Super simple question. Okay. But this is going to tell you a lot out of the prospect, because if they took time out of their day to meet you, that means they have a problem that needs to be solved. Okay. And another thing I like to say, and keep in mind, these are all examples of what I genuinely say on my calls. Okay. This has resulted in me closing multiple deals that are $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $50,000. So, like, there's a lot of deals that are closed using this exact framework. So, don't even complicate it. Okay. Before we dive in and talk about your business, I wanted to give you a 10,000-foot intro on myself. Is that cool? Nobody in the history of my meetings has ever said to me, no, that's not cool. Don't introduce yourself. Okay. The next thing you want to do is you don't want to complicate it. The whole point of this is to talk about your company values and credibility. All right. If you don't have that, come up with something, figure it out. Okay. We have been in the niche industry for about X number of years. Other than helping X businesses in the market with their marketing, what we focus on is building our community, giving back. We've been featured on Forbes Inc., Entrepreneur, blah, blah, blah. Here's where you stack in your credibility. You don't need to be featured on Forbes Inc. or Entrepreneur to be able to get this right. All you have to do is tell people that this is what my company stands for, and this is what you're investing in if you decide to work with us, and not just you making more money. Okay. The whole point of saying this is so that you have an idea, so that they have an idea on your mission and what you stand for. Okay. And then you ask them, did you have any question about that? Okay. So part two is you want to understand their situation. Okay. So there's a sales system called Spin. This is Spin with a twist. This is our version of Spin that has generated us pretty much all our revenue. Okay. So first you want to understand where they are. Then you want to understand where they want to go. You want to understand what's stopping them from going there. And you're going to insert yourself in the middle of that. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to understand their situation. And don't do these as like a checklist. These need to be like you actually understanding their business. Okay. But don't get too in love with their business, because that's not going to allow you to close at the end. Okay. So you want to know where they want to go. But in order to do that, you need to know where they are now. Okay. What you can say is, in order for me to help you grow, I need to learn a little bit about your business. Can you tell me approximately what are you guys generating on a monthly basis? It's a very simple question. A lot of people are very shy to talk about money. It's like taboo. It's like, dude, you're a marketer. Like, you need to know about their money because that's literally what they hire you to do. If you make them money, they will pay you. If you make them no money, they're gonna fire you. It's that simple. Okay. The next question you want to ask is, how scalable is your current team? Like, in other words, if you could snap your finger and be fully booked without hiring more people, what does that look like? Right? Can you handle double the business? Can you handle triple the business? Can you handle one extra client per month? Because if they can handle only one extra client, it doesn't make sense for them to hire you. But if they can double their business, now it makes sense for them to hire you. Another question I'd like to ask is anyone currently running your marketing, or is it just you? Because if they tell me at the end of the call, oh, I already have someone for this, I want to know this from the beginning. So I want to be able to handle that objection before it comes up. Okay. Because if they do have a marketing individual, I want to start poking at the fact that this marketing individual is doing a lot of things that are incorrect. Okay. So part three is you want to understand their goal. Okay. So this is ammunition for you to be able to close the deal. Okay. Because if someone tells you, I'm trying to double my business, and then they're like, oh, you're expensive. It's like, well, doubling your business is way more the money than what I cost, pretty much. Okay. But just giving you the mindset of that. You don't actually say it like that. But we're going to dive into that part later. Okay. So um, what you're trying to do is you want to ask, so overall, what are you trying to get to monthly in the next 6 months or so? Okay. And I want you to dig deeper. I want you to double confirm what they're saying. So, example, if a business is doing 50K a month and wants to get to 100K a month, what you want to say is, so basically, you guys are trying to double your revenue in the next 6 months. Okay. Obviously, 100K is double than 50K, but you want them to say, yes, I'm trying to double my revenue in the next 6 months. And then you're going to say something, or you're going to say something, are you guys able to handle that volume, or will you have to hire more people? Right. Because now if they're like, oh, I'll have to hire more people, and you can say something like, would that be a problem? Right. If we can help you do that, will it be an issue to hire more people? Right. So you're digging into the what the goal looks like, so that they can start envisioning what their business looks like. Right. Let's say they have 10 employees. In order to handle 100K, they need 20 employees. Now they're thinking, oh, if I have 20 employees, where would I put them in my office? XYZ. Now they're thinking of every possible problem that could arise. And the reason we want that is because we want to put them in a visualization of where they're going to go. Okay. The next part is the problem. Okay. Dig into the pain. By the way, if you do this part correct, you will increase your odds of closing the deal significantly. Like, this part right here is probably the most important part of the entire meeting. Okay. What you want to do is you want to say, so what's stopping you from hitting that goal right now? And there's a lot of things that people can say. And I have just a couple of examples here. It's like, I don't know how to market. What you can respond with that is say, makes sense. Why haven't you hired someone to help you if that's not your field of expertise? And dig at their pain. Don't say, oh, I can help you. Right. It's like, no, bro. Like, you need to dig into the pain. You're not going to help them until there is enough pain for them to want to hire you, no matter how much you cost. Okay. So the next one is, I'm not marketing. You can say something like, do you not feel like you get closer to your goal if only more people knew about your business? My lead quality is low. This is probably one of the most common ones. You can ask things like, what makes the lead quality low? Like, what does it mean that a lead quality is low to you? It's like, they don't answer when we call. It's like, oh, how many times are you calling? And now you can dig a little bit deeper. Okay. And it's like, I don't have enough leads. It's like, well, very obviously you don't have enough leads because you're not working with us. Okay. So, like, there's many things that are layers that you can dig deeper. So it's like, I don't have enough leads. It's like, oh, how many leads are you getting on a daily basis? Oh, I'm getting 5 leads a week. Five leads a week. I mean, like, you can pretty much contact all of these people in one day. What are you doing the rest of the time? Like, oh, I'm sitting down doing nothing. So it's like, you're digging deep into the pain. Now they're like, oh, I'm sitting down doing nothing, versus just, I don't have enough leads. Okay. After that, you want to establish what heaven looks like for them. Okay. This part right here is basically bridging the gap between situation and goal, deleting the problem, and basically getting rid of the pain and inserting the dream. Okay. So here, what you say is, okay, I feel like I have a good idea of where you're at now. Now, let me understand where you want to go. Okay. Let's pretend we're having this conversation 6 months from today. In 6 month period, everything we talked about went perfectly fine. And now you have, for example, 100K a month, right? That was their goal. 100K a month. And we were able to get rid of like your, obviously, like your low lead volume of 5 leads a week. Would you consider this to be a successful campaign? Right. Obviously, you expand more upon that. I'm just giving you guys an example. If they say yes, it's simply done. Like that's it. Like the deal is sealed. Now all you have to do is do the final steps of actually collecting. Okay. The next part is establishing yourself as the expert. So right now, we know they know who you are. Okay. They know what you stand for. You understand their situation, you understand where they're trying to go, and you understand what's stopping them from doing that. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to insert you as the person in between. Okay. So this part is what we call a convince and confuse. Have them see you as the expert is the goal of this. Okay. So convince or confuse. So here what you can say is you want to qualify. Okay. So fully transparent. I only let certain type of people into our program, as our program is already very successful at this point. I'm no longer looking for quote unquote clients. I'm looking for success stories. Okay. Would I be able to show you what makes our marketing strategy unique? Makes our strategy unique. At this point, I want you to come up with a 7+ step process on your specific strategy. You can create this based on stage 0 that I just broke up. Over here, you can say something along the lines of, for example, first thing we do is we do local leads. Step 2 is we select, for example, a location with better zip codes, blah, blah, blah. After that, you can say we only target age groups that are within the realm of who is buying your product. But obviously, you would have specific numbers for all of these things. Okay. So after you've done the 7th step, you want to either convince them that, oh, this is going to solve my pain, or you're going to confuse them and make them think, my God, this person is so much better than me at marketing that I have no idea what they're saying. Okay. And after they say, okay, cool, you want to confirm. So you want to say, so with that being said, if I can provide you with all the steps to do ABC goal, is that something you would take on action today? Now they might say yes, they might say no, but regardless, you want to say, they want them to say yes, and then you want to move on. After that, you want to present the offer. I know it seems very quick where now you're like instantly pitching the price, but that's perfect. If you guys remember what I said, you chew the gum too long, it loses its flavor. You need to be able to present your offer within 30 minutes. I present my deals looking at the clock to know how much time I've wasted in every part of the call, to know if I've done a good enough job. Okay. So for part 1, you want to present the offer. Now you want to present the offer. Keep this very high level. Don't spend more than a couple minutes on it. Okay. Maybe 3 minutes. Okay. If someone wants to work with you, they're going to say yes. It's not about, oh, what's step 3 and what's step 4. You know, like it, like if you've done a good job at, step right here, stage 3, you're pretty much good to go. Because here, after you present the offer, don't explain it step by step. They're going to be like, all right, cool. Like this program seems like either a good fit or it doesn't seem like a good fit. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is you want to break it down. Okay. So you want to say, I think it makes the most sense to share with you a little bit about my program, what we are doing, and then we can talk about how we can get you started. Does that sound good? If they say yes, now you move on. You're like, all right, cool. This is the length of the program. Okay. So we work on a month-to-month basis. Okay. The goal is so that in 6 months, you're able to double your revenue. In the first week of the program, we will be setting up your ads on Facebook and Google. In the second week, we're going to be filming new ads. In the third week, we're going to be building you a funnel. In the third week, we're going to be creating automation so that you can automatically contact the leads without you having to pick up the phone. Does that all make sense? Yes? Okay, perfect. After that, you want to let them ask questions. Okay, it's like they need to understand what they're getting before you tell them the price. Now, you don't want to talk about price. Okay, if they say, I love the program, I love everything, I just want to know how much it costs. Okay, you want to make sure that they don't have any more questions about your process. Another line that I didn't write here on this document, but I love to use, you can say something along the lines of, do I check every single box that you thought about? Or did we check every box that you have in mind when it comes down to your marketing? Okay. So once they say yes or nope, I have no questions left, I'm ready to hear about the price, you want to build a little bit more confidence. Okay. So you want to say something with everything we talked about so far. Do you believe that with all these tools and resources that I'm providing you, you're confident that you'll be able to be successful? Now they're going to obviously say yes to you because it's way better than what they're doing right now. Okay. So what you can do next is now you show them the price. Okay, now you're like, all right, so typically I charge about 1,500, but what we do is we do a fast action discount. If you decide to get onboarded with us today, I'm able to lock in your price at $1,000 a month. Okay, keep in mind this can be different. Okay, like for example, our programs are between 5 and 25,000, so this price can be whatever, right? Like you can pitch at 10,000 and downgrade it to 7,000. You can pitch at 5,000, downgrade it to 3,000. Our prices are actually like set now because we have a lot of lead volume. But when you are starting, you want to do like a lot of fast action discounts. Okay. Pro tip: never say the price or the cost. Say the investment. Okay. Your investment is $5,000 a month. Your investment is $1,000 a month. Okay. So if they are going to, and which by the way, all your services should be month to month. If it's not, but regardless, here I did it as like if a program, right? Like let's say you had the 3-month program and it was $1,500. If they cannot pay in full, you can now split the price if it's a program. But if it is a monthly recurring revenue thing, like you're running their ads on a monthly basis, I would suggest give them some sort of either financial discount or additional services, and then lock in a 3-month contract, 6-month contract, 1-year contract, whatever it may be. Okay. So here you can also create some more urgency if you want to. Okay. It's like if you start getting case studies and you have some videos of people saying, oh, you did a great job, you can actually use this. It's like, I'm only taking enrollment for the next 2 weeks. I have about 5 spots left and already 2 of them are gone. Okay. And then here you do one of the most difficult things that any salesperson has to do. Okay. It's literally do not talk. Okay. Stay silent. You will get the chance to talk again, but not right now. Okay. Here is where you're going to mute yourself, because the less you talk, the more money you're going to make at this point. Okay. After that, if they say yes, all right, let's do it. Okay. You can say, awesome. Well, with that, I want to welcome you as the newest member of X program. I'm so excited for you. You're going to crush inside of our program. And you want to actually, through your tonality, emphasize that you're excited for them. Okay. You want to say congratulations. Don't say thank you. Say congratulations. Okay. Because right now they're having already like drawbacks. They're like, oh, did I do the right decision? Like, is this the right person I want to work with? X, Y, Z. Okay. So you want to make sure to reaffirm their thought process. Okay. Like give them positive reinforcement and then instantly send the payment link. Okay. After they pay, send them the agreement. After they sign, schedule the onboarding. It's really that simple. It's a 3-step process. Now, keep in mind, this is ultimately the desired outcome. I get it. Okay. But for the majority of people, be prepared to hear no. Okay. Be prepared to hear financial objections, which is why you need to be more like loaded on these types of objections than actually collecting money. It doesn't take a genius to send a payment link. It takes a savage to get someone from it's too expensive to actually paying you the full amount. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to recap costs of not solving this now. Okay. So like they told you that now they're making 50K a month and they're only growing at 1K a month in recurring revenue, and they want to get to 100K in 6 months. So clearly they're not going to get there in 6 months. Okay. So you want to just like show them that the investment with you is costing them a lot more than the monthly payment that they will be giving you. Okay. And you can do that by obviously breaking down the numbers. This is what we call the logical sale. Okay. You give them logic behind why they should hire you because financially it makes sense. Okay. Now, if they tell you it's too expensive, you can determine what they're comparing the price to. Like you're charging 2K and their last marketing guy was charging them 1K. You can say something like, I know you've tried XYZ to solve your problem, so I can understand why comparing the price is something that comes to mind. So to be honest with you, even if it was $1, it would be too expensive to do what you're currently doing because it's not working. Right? So it's not about the dollar amount. It's about the fact that you are trying to get results. And right now, even if you were paying $1 and you were getting no results, it's the same as paying whatever amount and getting no results. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you results that we talked about. I'm trying to double your revenue in the next 6 months, which is exactly why like not taking action on this specific program is going to cost a lot more than the monthly investment. Okay. And then after that, you want to qualify them again. You can use this as ammunition. So it's like, and here is where we call it think we call it the old man sale or the grandpa sale. It's like you act confused, like so just like so I'm clear. I was under the impression that you're committed to transforming like your business, like you wanted to work on your marketing, um, and that's like why you jumped on the call today in the first place. Like if it's truly a financial issue, like I get it, but is there any other hesitations? And you guys see how like I stutter, I do all these things. It makes the prospect feel like weird, as in like, yes, that person's right. And as an old person, a lot of people feel inclined to help an older person. So when you're acting confused, when you're acting like you don't know what's going on, and people want to help you, so the prospect is obviously going to give you a lot more, so that you are able to really understand their true hesitation, because it might not be the price, even though they're telling you it's the price, right? Remember that they're not always going to tell you 100% of what's going on. So um, if they still mention that the price is too high, and you can say something like, I understand that this is an investment and I don't take that lightly. I do my best to work with people in this situation. I don't want money to be the reason that's preventing you from working together. What would it take for us to start working together today? Okay. And then here you can do the fast action discount if it's necessary. And then there's obviously some other objections that may come up, but pretty much it. That is the framework. Okay. That is the framework. The last thing I want to go over. Okay. And it's schedule the follow-up call. And again, I'm going to go through this document here. I'll just scroll through it slowly so you guys can see all these other objections that I go through. Okay. And these are all real things. Okay. I've done so many programs in the past. I've never gotten results. I've hired so many marketing companies. It doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. You can expect these things to come up. Like, you're not going to get to 100K a month if you haven't heard every excuse there is. But if you are equipped for those objections, you can handle the objections and get to 100K a lot faster. Okay. This is the next thing is the follow-up call. Okay. So you want to make sure that if they cannot buy there right there and then, no matter what, okay, you can eventually like extend it. So like, I know the fast action discount is for today only, but what I'll do is I'll give you 24 hours. Okay. Before our next call, I'll give you 24 hours. You can go ahead and talk to your partner. You can go ahead and sort out your finances to get started on our program. Okay. And then you send them an email or a text message breaking it down. Hey, name, thank you for spending time with me today to learn about X program. This is the simplest way for you to get to 100K a month in the next 6 months. You can find the links below to a couple testimonials. If you don't have a couple testimonials, get some, okay? Like, generate results for someone and actually ask for a testimonial. And like we talked about on the call, the program is $1,500. I'm happy to extend the fast action discount for the next 24 hours so that the program will be $1,000. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out. I'll look forward to welcoming you to family and helping you turn your vision into a reality. Okay, whatever it may be. And what I like to say here is, instead of best, I actually like to say dedicated to your success. I just think it sounds way better. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It's 13 pages of absolute sauce. I personally think that if you guys literally just do what I just showed you, you're pretty much going to make 100K a month in your agency, because that is literally what I did to get to 100K a month in my agency. Surprise, surprise. I had to do it first before teaching it to you. Okay. So that's pretty much it. If you guys like this and you want to explore what it looks like to work with me further, then click the link below. I'm sure there's going to be either a schedule link or some sort of live workshop that we're doing. I wanted to give this as pretty much like a lead magnet, where I'm giving you so much value to know if this is what it looks like to hear Christian for free. I wonder what it's like to actually sit down on a call with him, with a bunch of other people that are in my exact shoes, dealing with the problems that I'm facing, and be able to talk with me one-on-one on a call. Okay, so if this was of any value to you, click the link below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in our community.